basic qualification, and district to which you belong. Start.
Hello, sir.
Vanakkam, sir.
You can skip one come. Straight. One come is already done.
Vanakkam, sir.
Now, hello, down. Get up somewhere. Whoever start take the beginning is okay.
Vanakkam, sir. My name is Azad.
I'm not asking questions. I'm first asking you to introduce yourself. It should be from one side so that I get to know that okay, we have completed the hall.
Good morning, sir. I'm Manikandan from Coimbatore. My qualification is I'm a BE Computer Science Engineering graduate.
Louder.
I'm a BE Computer Science Engineering graduate.
Computer Science Engineer. Okay.
Graduate.
You are from Coimbatore.
Coimbatore, sir.
Next.
My name is Abdul Rahman, sir. I belong to Pudukkottai district of Tamil Nadu. My graduation is BA English Literature.
My name is Sairam Dinesh. I belong to Chennai. My graduation is BCom Accounting and Finance.
My name is KM Karthik Raja, sir. I have done BA Sociology and I am from Salem.
Sir, myself Sri Ayappan, BE Mechanical Engineer, MA Sociology, presently LLB after I complete LLM. Yes, thank you.
From which district?
Tirunelveli.
So my name is Ganesh Kumar from Dindigul district. I completed my MBA. Thanks.
Morning, sir. Myself Junaid Ahmed from Chennai, completed BSc Max.
Morning, sir. My name is Vishakan. I have completed BE Engineering and MSc Psychology from Chennai.
Louder, if you have.
Good morning, sir. I am Venkatesh Manogar, completed Computer Science and Engineering from Kanchipuram district.
Good morning, sir. Sadish Kumar, BSc Microbiology from Tenkasi district.
Good morning, sir. Myself Sriram Venkatesh from Salem district. I have completed Masters in Geography, sir.
Hi, sir. This is Ashwant, Civil Engineer from Chennai.
Good morning, sir. Myself S. Udanila. I completed my graduation in BA English Literature and I'm from Kadalur district.
Good morning, sir. My name is Mahalakshmi. I'm from Thuthukudi, BCom graduate. Hi, sir. I am S. Deepika from Rameswaram and qualification is BSc Statistics.
Hi, sir. I am Selvan Ayagi coming from Namakkal. My graduation is BSc Agriculture.
Sir, Vanakkam, sir. I am Arivalagan, sir, coming from Salem, completed Master of Engineering.
Vanakkam, sir. I am Adil Beg. I am Instrumentation Engineer from Chennai.
Vanakkam, sir. My name is Vigneshwaran. I am coming from Tanjavur, Electronic Communication Engineer.
Happy morning, sir. Myself Logastri. I am from Chennai. I am a BCom graduate.
Hi, sir. I am Soumya Sundaram from Namakkal. I pursued BSc Biotechnology.
Good morning, sir. I am Dharani from Namakkal, Bachelor's in Physics.
Good morning, sir. I am R. Sri Agas from Thuthukudi, completed BE Civil Engineering.
Hello, sir. I am Mansi and I have done my Masters in English Literature and I am from Tirunelveli.
Good morning, sir. Myself Sundaryam, completed BE Computer Science Engineering from Tirunelveli district.
Good morning, sir. I am Lavanya from Thuthukudi. I have completed BA Sociology.
Hello, sir. My name is Vignesh from the Madurai district and I completed the BBA. Yes.
Good morning, sir. I am Nadia from Tiruvarur district. I am a BSc Honors Agriculture graduate, sir.
Hi, sir. I am Purni. I am from Chennai, BE Computer Science Engineering.
Good morning, sir. My name is Darshini JD. I am from Chennai and I have completed BSc Nutrition Life.
Good morning, sir. Myself Jayashree Aditya. I have done BA English Literature and I am from Coimbatore.
Good morning, sir. I am Lokita. I am coming from Chennai. I have completed BA Aeronautical Engineering.
Good morning, sir. I am A. Ram Prasad. I have completed BE Mechanical Engineering and I am from Tiruchirappalli.
Good morning, sir. I am Vasant. I have completed MBA. I am from Tiruvallur district.
Hi, sir. I am Krishna Prasad. I completed Computer Science Engineering.
Vanakkam, sir. My name is Jnanamurthy, Instrumentation Engineer from Tirupur, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Hari Raman from Chennai. I have done Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Vanakkam sir, Karivela Kumaran. I completed BA Economics from Arilur district.
Good morning, sir. My name is Uma Devi. I'm from Chennai, BSc Psychology.
Good morning, sir. I'm Shakti Priya, pursued BBA, and I'm from Chennai.
Happy morning, sir. I am V. Abhinaya from Tiruvallur district. I am completed BSc Mathematics.
Morning, sir. I am Niveta, coming from Tanjavur. I completed MSc Physics.
Good morning, sir. My name is Vignesh. I'm from Tirunelveli. I completed BA English Literature.
Sir, this is Yashika Shivakumar and I'm from Chennai. I completed my graduation in BSc Agriculture.
Pleasure morning, sir. Myself, Ajay Alvin, completed my BCom graduation, proudly from Salem, sir.
Morning, sir. I am Donald from Namakkal. I have completed BSc Chemistry.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Ayaparaja from Theni district, and I did my graduation in BA Criminology.
Good morning, sir. I am Selva from Tirunelveli district. I completed BSc Electronics.
Good morning, sir. My name is Pradeep. I come from Salem district. I have completed BEEE.
Myself, Mukesh, completed BA Economics from Chennai district.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Charumati. I am from Chennai. I completed BCom.
Good morning, sir. Myself, V. Jyoti Priya Vetrivel, from Kadalur district, completed BCom, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Enila from Chennai. I completed my BE Engineering in Mechanical Engineering.
Hi, sir. This is Monica from Chennai, and I'm an electrical engineering graduate.
Good morning, sir. My name is Praveen, doing final year engineering BTech ID from Chennai, sir.
Hi, sir. This is Madesh. I'm from Chennai. I'm currently doing my bachelor's in commerce.
Good morning, sir. I'm Satish. I'm studying BA Sociology. I'm from Tirunelveli.
Very happy morning, sir. My name is Abhinaya from Tiruchirappalli district. I have completed BE Electronics and Communication Engineering, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Batmaja from Chennai. I have completed my graduation in Economics.
Good morning, sir. I am Kavi Priya, coming from Tengasi, BCom degree.
Vanakkam, sir. I'm S. Dhanalakshmi from Chennai. I have graduated in Bachelor's in Cardiac Perfusion Technology.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Dr. Jivika Devi from Salem.
Good morning, sir. I am KC Divya Bala from Sivagangi district. I have completed my UG in Statistics.
Good morning, sir. Myself, T. Kirtana from Madurai, completed bachelor's in botany, sir.
Good morning, sir. I'm Yogeshwari from Erode district. I have completed BA LLB Honors, sir.
Vanakkam, sir. This is Louis Anushya from Tiruchi, BCom graduate.
Good morning, sir. This is Sibi Kanansi. I am come from Virudhunagar district. I completed my master's in botany.
Happy morning, sir. I am Jagan from Kadalur district. I completed BE Civil Engineering.
Welcome, sir. My name is Akash. I am a mechanical engineer from Chennai.
My name is Jayant. I am from Nilgiri district and I am a mechanical engineer.
This is Kirtana. I'm a textile cum fashion technology graduate. I'm coming from Erode district.
Good morning, sir. I'm Pavitra. I've completed my information technology degree and I'm from Chennai.
Good morning, sir. I'm Saranya from Kadalur district. My graduation is BSc Agriculture.
Good morning, sir. My name is Pratika and I've completed BSc Psychology. I come from Ramanathapuram district, sir.
Good morning, sir. I'm Bharati DP from Coimbatore and I'm a graduate of BA Sociology.
Good morning, sir. I'm RP. I've completed MSc Chemistry and I'm from Chennai.
Good morning, sir. My name is Sumaya Banu. I have completed BSc B.Ed coming from Tenkasi district.
Good morning, sir. I am Abhirami. I am completed BTech Biotechnology from Virudhunagar district, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Mohana Priya from Namakkal. I completed my studies BE Civil Engineering.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sharmila. I'm from Kanjipuram district. I completed my BE Engineering.
Sir, happy morning, sir. I am from Salem and I completed BE Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Respected Excellency, I am Prasanna from Tirupati district, completed BSc Honors Agriculture.
Good morning, Excellency. Myself, Tulasidasan from Viluppuram district. My graduation is BSc Honors Agriculture.
Respected Excellency, I am Mohammad Basid Ali from Thiruvarur, a BSc graduate, Agri graduate.
Respected Excellency, my name is Chandra Prashant from Chennai, completed BSc Agriculture.
Good morning, sir. I am Akshay Lakshmi from Chennai. I completed my UG in biochemistry.
Good morning, sir. I'm Jayvantika Karthikeyan from Dharmaburi and I'm doing my BA Economics.
Good morning, sir. I'm Vidya. I'm from Tirunelveli, currently pursuing BA Political Science.
Good morning, sir. This is Digneshwari from Chennai, and I am a BCom graduate.
Hi, sir. This is Lijo Jose from Chennai. I have completed BTech Information Technology.
Good morning, Excellency. Myself, R. Bharathapriya Nidhi Cholan. I'm from Thiruvarur district. My graduation BSc Honors Agriculture.
Respected Excellency, myself K. Rajesh from Vellore district, completed my BSc Agriculture.
Happy morning, sir. Myself Jnana Prakash from Kanjivaram district, and I am graduated in BSc Honors Agriculture.
Respected Excellency, my name is M. Arun. I am from Tirunelveli district. I am BSc Agriculture graduate.
Respected Excellency, I am K. Shweta from Kadlur district, completed my bachelor's degree in agriculture.
Respected Excellency, I am Priyadarshini from Tirupattur district, BSc Agriculture graduate.
Respected Excellency, I am Nivetha from Tanjavur district, completed BSc Honors Agri.
Good morning, sir. I am Mukesh Khanna. I am from Chennai and I have done BTech in Mechanical Engineering.
Yes, good morning, sir. I am Rahul Kannan. I am from Madurai. I am a civil engineering graduate, sir.
Special greeting, sir. Myself Jawahar from Tiruvallur district. I have done my bachelor's in commerce, sir.
Hi, sir. I am Darshan from Coimbatore. I have done my BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Good morning, sir. I am Pranav from Chennai. I have an undergrad engineering degree in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering.
Good morning, sir. My name is Kaushik. I am from Chennai. I have finished my BA BL honors, sir.
Good morning, sir. Myself Praveen from Chennai district. I completed BA LLB honors degree.
Good morning, sir. I am Kalaichalan from Virudhunagar district, Mechanical Engineering graduate.
Good morning, sir. Myself R.K. Ajayram from Erode district. I have done my graduation in BA Sociology.
Good morning, sir. I'm Pawanji. I have completed mechanical engineering from Chennai.
Good morning, sir. I am Ayanvel Vinayak from Chennai and I am an MBBS graduate. A pleasant morning wishes to you, sir. So myself Kutralam VC. I've done my graduate in BTech in Computer Science Engineering and I'm right now in Chennai.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nitin. I'm from Chennai and I've done my MA in Development Management.
Good morning, sir. Myself Fatin from Coimbatore. I have done my bachelor's in economics.
Good morning, sir. My name is Gibson E.T. from Chennai. I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Sanjay from Erode, BTech in mechanical engineering.
Hello, sir. I am Vishnu Shankar. I am from Chennai and I am a production engineering graduate.
Good morning, sir. Myself Manogar Balakrishnan from Chennai. I'm graduated in physics, sir.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I am Harisham from Chennai. I have done my bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is T.T. Gaurish. I am from Chennai. I have done my master's in mathematics.
Good morning, sir. My name is Syed Dhanaperumal. I am from Salem. I am doing 4th year in Bachelor of Veterinary and Animal Husbandry.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I am Dinesh from Tiruvallur district. I am doing my mechatronics BTech.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ashok Kumar. I'm from Chennai. I completed in become graduate.
Hello, sir. Hello, all. I'm Arun from Trichy. I'm a manufacturing engineer.
Your Excellency, I'm Abhishek from Erode and I have completed BTech Chemical Engineering.
Good morning, sir. This is Abhilash from Thoothukudi district, pursuing my BTech in Computer Science Engineering. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shalini Sharma. I am from Chennai. I have done my bachelor's in electrical and electronics.
Hello, sir. I'm Rahul. I completed my commerce. I'm from Chennai.
A pleasant morning, sir. I am Lavanya. I am from Chennai district. I have completed a bachelor's in computer application.
Happy morning, sir. Nivetha from Namakkal. I am an agriculture graduate.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nivedini from Ariyalur. I'm agriculture graduate.
Happy morning, sir. Myself S. Sandhya from Dharmaburi. I done bachelor's degree in agriculture. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Excellency. I am from B. Magdalene Lofer, completed BSc Agriculture.
Good morning, Our Excellency. I am Pavitra from E Road. I did my graduation in BSc Agriculture.
Jai Hind, sir. I am Rohan Shrivastava from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, currently pursuing my BTech from VIT Vellore.
Good morning, sir. This is Raghuram from Chennai. I have completed my Masters in Commerce.
Good morning, sir. My name is Pranesh. I am coming from Nilgiris. I have done my BE in Aeronautical Engineering.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sweta from Chennai and I am pursuing BSc Chemistry.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nimisha, a communication engineer from Kanyakumari.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Dr. Vasavi Jagarapu. I am from Visakhapatnam and I am MBBS graduate.
Morning, sir. Ra from Tirupur district and I am a BCA graduate.
Greetings, sir. This is Lakshmi Pratyusha Organti from Chennai, a BCom graduate.
Good morning, sir. I'm Gauri. I did my Masters in Chemistry. I'm from Chennai.
Hi, sir. I'm Bhavita from Chittor district. I did my Bachelor's in Business and Finance.
Good morning, sir. I'm Khyati. I've done my Masters in Political Science and BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering. I'm from Andhra Pradesh.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ajit Kumar. Coming from Salem. I'm going graduation MSc Chemistry.
Good morning, sir. Myself Kaushik Ram. I have completed B Mechanical Engineering from Chennai.
Good morning, sir. My name is S. Krishnaveni. I am coming from E Road district and I have done MA in Public Administration.
Good morning, sir. Myself Abhanasti from Chidambaram. I completed my graduate in Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Good morning, sir. Myself Manasa. I am from Hyderabad. I have graduated from BA EPP.
Good morning, sir. I am Kavya from E Road district. I am pursuing BA History.
I am Akshaya from Kanyakumari district. I have completed my graduation in MA English Literature.
Good morning, sir. My name is Sarvesh Kadam. I am from Nasik, Maharashtra and second year student at VIT University, Chennai campus.
Good morning, sir. I am from Krishnagiri. I completed my BSc Horticulture.
Myself Praveen from Kollywood district. I have done BA MSc.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I am Sanjay Sriram and from Chennai and I have done my BTech in Biotechnology.
Good morning, sir. I am Sanjay Amdan, first year Criminology and Police Administration, Chennai district.
Good morning, sir. My name is Jayvelen, doing BA Criminology and Police Administration from Chennai.
Hi, sir. This is Varun Karthik, doing my BB LLB honors course in Chennai.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Punesh. I am from Chennai. I am doing BCom Bank Management.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Nirmal from Chennai, studying BA Sociology.
Hello, sir. I am Gokul from E Road. I am completed BE Production Engineering.
Hello, sir. I am Hariharan from Puducherry, graduated in BTech IT.
Good morning, sir. I am Ranjit from E Road. I have a bachelor's in agriculture.
Vanakkam, sir. I am Mahalakshmi Murugan from Tiruvallur district. I completed my UG in labor management.
Good morning, sir. Myself Vaishali. I am coming from Tiruvallur district and I have doing my master's degree in public administration.
Good morning, sir. I am Deekshita Devi from Vellore district, doing PhD in engineering.
Good morning, sir. I am Amrita Vashni from Kanjipuram. I am doing second year in BCom General.
Good morning, sir. I am Stefila from Tanjavur, completed BSc Physics, sir.
Good morning, Excellency. I am Jyotika from Vellore district and I have completed BSc Agriculture.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Ashmi from Kanyakumari district and I have graduated in BSc Agriculture.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Rakshana from E Road district and I am an agriculture graduate.
Hello, sir. I am Navin Kumar from Salem. I am a graduate in Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Vilasmi. I am from Chennai. I have done my undergraduate in Sociology. I am currently pursuing Masters in Human Rights and Duties.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Srimati from Dharmaburi.
and CSE in graduate.
Sir, I am Lorraine Rodriguez. I am from Dindukal. I have done my masters in mathematics.
Sir, I am Anukovika from Tanjavur district, completed BE Electronics and Communication Engineering. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Raj Kumar. I am a mechanical engineer coming from Mailaduri district.
Hi, sir. This is Bhuvneshwari. I'm from Salem, a homeopathic doctor.
Vanakkam, sir. My name is Azad. I'm from Chennai. I did my masters in public administration.
Myself, Rajesh. I am coming from Tirunelveli district and I've done my masters in pharmacy and pharmacology. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Jenny Joy from Tanjavur. I have done my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering.
Vanakkam, sir. I am Dr. A. Anbosan from Kalaguchi district. I have done my MBBS graduate in Tanjavur Medical College.
Hello, sir. My name is M. Gokul from Chennai, currently doing BCom.
Vanakkam, sir. My name is Tamil from Arakonam Ranipet district. I am graduated in electronics and instrumentation engineering.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Ramkumar from Tanjavur district. I have completed MSc B.Ed in chemistry.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Priyadarshini. I'm from Chennai. I have completed my bachelor's degree in computer science engineering and now pursuing PG diploma in disaster management.
Sir, I am Sheshidhar. I completed my graduation in electronics and communication engineering and I am from Nellore district, Andhra Pradesh.
Sir, Sivaranjani from Chennai and electrical engineer.
Namaste, sir. I am Sandhya from Chennai. I have completed BA Defense and Strategic Studies.
Your Excellency, I am M. Rajpriya from Chennai. I am a MSc graduate in computer science.
Your Excellency, Namaste. I am Vidyavashni, civil engineer from Trichy.
Vanakkam, sir. I am Bhupati from Chennai. I done my graduation in statistics.
Your Excellency, Namaste. I am Deva Prayaga. I have completed my graduation in sociology and I am from Tiruvallur district.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Manorathi. I am from Puducherry. I completed BCom.
Namaste, sir. I am Vignesh Narasu. I am from Tiruvallur district. I have completed my graduation in BCom.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Sangeeta. I completed BA History. I am from Coimbatore, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Manika Ramalakshmi from Virudhunagar district and MCom graduate.
Your Excellency, Namaste. I am Sindhu from Tripur district. I have completed BCom Professional Accounting.
Your Excellency, Namaste. I am Shivapriya, completed my MA Public Policy and Governance from Coimbatore.
Your Excellency, Namaste. My name is Sujitra from Tirupur district. I have completed my BTech Biomedical Engineering.
Your Excellency, Namaste. This is Haripriya from Chennai. I've done my BE Biomedical Engineering and is pursuing Masters in Yoga.
Vanakkam Ayya, Bhushan is here. I am Kavi Bharati. I did my bachelor's in BA French Literature and I am from Chennai.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Aarti Natarajan from Krishnagiri district. I am a graduate in triple majors, BA Psychology, Sociology, Economics.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Mukesh. I have completed BE Mechanical Engineering. I am from Viluppuram district.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Pradeep. I have completed BCom. I am from Chennai. Good afternoon, sir. This is Ramanan from Chennai. I have completed my master degree in IGNOU, Chennai, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Saranya from Kalakuchi district. I have done my masters in computer science engineering.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Nitya. I have completed masters in business administration. I am from Chennai.
Good day, sir. I am Aishwarya Maran from Kadalur district. I completed BE Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Vishnupriya from Kadalur. I have done my BTech in Information Technology.
Sir, my name is Kritika and I am from Chennai. I've done my bachelor's in biochemistry, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Dr. R. Abhinaya from Chennai. Qualification PhD with Net and Commerce. Specialization Human Resource Management.
Hello, sir. Myself, Deepa from Tirunelveli district, pursuing my doctorate in English literature.
Hello sir, this is Mukesh from Ramanathapuram district and I am a marine engineering graduate.
Good afternoon, myself Mukesh from Chennai, completing my masters in criminology and criminal justice.
Sir, I am Ubaidullah from Dharmapur district, BE Mechanical Engineering complete.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Karthikeyan from Chidambaram, communication engineer.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Sastik Kumar from the Pudukkottai district. I am from the background of mechanical engineering.
Hello sir, this is Vikram from Coimbatore district. I am BE graduated.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Ganesh from Trichy. I have completed masters in disaster management.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Soumi Lakshmi Ananthanarayanan and I pursued BA English Literature and I am from Chennai.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Harshini from Madurai and I am currently pursuing my BE in Instrumentation Engineering.
I'm Nitishri. I'm pursuing Electronics and Communication Engineering and I'm from Chennai.
Hello sir, I'm Madhumita from Chennai. I'm currently pursuing BE CSE.
Good afternoon sir, myself Sabari Jain from Trichy. I completed BA History.
Good afternoon sir, I am Nakachuri Sadasivam from Peni district. I am an engineering graduate.
Good afternoon sir, this is Aarti Parthipan and I have completed my Bachelor of Commerce and I am from Chennai.
Hello sir, I am Akash from Kadalur. I completed BSc Chemistry.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Kishore from Chennai. I've completed my bachelor's in public administration.
Good afternoon sir, I'm Charlata from Trichy. I have completed civil engineering.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm MS Darshan from Salem district. I have completed BE Civil Engineering.
Good afternoon sir, I'm Nitya Lakshmi from Silahanga. I have bachelor's in civil engineering.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Lokeshwar from Kadalur. I have completed my post-graduation in physics.
Is it all done? Good. Young friends, welcome you all. This is, I find, representation from almost all over the state with wide range of disciplines, various subjects, engineering graduates, agri graduates, business administration, law graduates, medical graduates, general masters. You are all aspirational and that's something which is unique about you because you have a dream which you wish to pursue and that's what I like, youth with dreams. Now, I would like to respond to your questions, your queries. Feel free, don't feel inhibited. Just relax and ask questions. I would like first to interact with you, have your questions. Maybe at the end I will say something. Yes, come on.
Sir.
Yes. I think he was the one who first got up. Come on.
Vanakkam, sir. So my question is, you held the most coveted post in bureaucracy like Pharma Deputy National Security, Pharma Special Director of Intelligence Bureau. Now you are Governor of Tamil Nadu. So tell us about your childhood days or struggles you have to go through.
Well, if it interests you, sure I will tell you. You know, I come from a very back of the beyond remote village. We had no electricity, we had no roads. For 8 kilometers one way, we had to walk to go to our school till I did my high school. We had absolutely, I think, in terms of amenities, there was nothing. Of course, things have changed. I'm talking about the days when, in the late 50s and early 60s, Only when I came to college and I started staying in hostel, I came in contact with something called town. But those days I never felt that I had any problem. Now I feel those were difficult days. I never felt it at all. In fact, nearly 4 months in a year when it used to rain, I used to walk along. There was no water, just a kind of, makeshift road. There was no formal road as such. So many times for several kilometers, put chappal in hand and put your trousers up and walk, and to cover that waterlogged areas. So that is how it was. But then I tell you, in our school, our teachers were very, very good. I have a lot of regard for them. They were very inspirational. I have lot of fond memories about them. And then when I came to college, of course, that was a town. The things were easier, but even those days, in our college hostel, even when I did my post-graduation, in our hostels we didn't have fan. We had electricity, but the concept of fan was, it is a luxury. So we used to have a makeshift fan, made of palm leaf, which you use it when there is no power. I suppose people don't have it now, but that's how we used to do. But then academic environment was good. Our college was one of the pioneering. We had very renowned professors, teachers. Even our principal was a contemporary of Dr. C.V. Raman. He had worked with him. He was from Karnataka. He was a man from optics. He had Nath Raman effect is one of the theories which people study in optics. It was his. So they were very encouraging, good library facility in this. So, and by the time I was doing my post-graduation, I got an invite from BBC. They had organized what they called young math. My dream was to be a professor, not to be a civil servant. I wanted to be an astrophysicist. That was my dream, because in the villages, when you sleep on the rooftop and look at the stars are very fascinating. And then you start questioning, asking, what is all this? And but then as life it takes you, I landed up, and how I landed up, because I was in London, and I felt I was there for some time, but I felt homesick, being the youngest child of my parents. I had lost my father. I was very attached with my mother, so I felt homesick. I wanted to get back. I wrote an exam. I got into, and then I came, and then the journey began. Then the journey of a different kind. So that is how, if you look at the childhood is, or maybe even adolescent period. But I never felt that the hardships that came my way, somehow those days I never felt it. Every hardship was a challenge, and I enjoyed it. That is how. Yes, come next. Yes. Oh, there is somebody who I think you lost the chance. There is somebody should be a mic with there also. He actually stood up first. Anyway, it's all right. All right, come. You don't have to.
Thank you, sir.
Whoever grabs.
For the question, thanks for inviting us, sir. Really feeling proud to be here with you in Traction, sir. Can I go for a question?
Yeah. I think yes. You should ask about something about the one you are preparing about your civil services. Yes.
So during our preparation, or these generation people, we struggle to handle ourselves ups and downs. It killing ourselves in emotionally, all the things. How do you handle those things in your preparation? Because in those days you were not cruised with the technologies. We have phones, we have headphones, we have lot of technology upcomings. So there are more technologies which even kill ourselves from the educational perspective. So how do you handle in those days? If you need to give some advice for us, means what would be the suggestions and advices?
I have taken note of your question. Okay, some more questions, so that if there are questions similar, I will try to address together. Yeah.
So you have been a bureaucrat for so many years, and now we are holding a constitutional post as well. Can you please give us some instinct on the change in the nature of service and the experience?
Yeah, down behind he has been getting up all the way.
Your Excellency, Namaste. And you started your career as 29th RR, and now you are the head of the constitutional state. So, which part of your career is to be so interested, and that seems to be inspired us? That is starting from the IPS officer 29 regular rec to the head of the state Tamil Nadu. That is what my question.
I think I will now respond before I take further question. The question about the, in the period when you are preparing for civil services, how do you manage yourself? When you have, there is information all over, you have internet, everyone has it. This is the most important thing for every aspirant. First and foremost, you must be very focused. First, in fact, I thought I would come to this point later, but as far as, since during those days we didn't have all those things, we had only books to read and newspapers to read. Okay? So books we read, newspapers we read, there was less distraction. We didn't have TVs, we didn't have social media, we didn't have mobile to keep you distracted. But how to do it, I will come later. My advice to the present generation, I will come later when you are talking about preparing for the exam. And in the course of preparing for the exam, what are things you need to take note of seriously? As far as the question which is of general academic interest is, you asked about, okay, you were in civil services, now you have come in a different role, how do you look, each role, the way it comes, you take it. While you are a civil servant, you perform you discharge your responsibilities, you do your duties. Do your duties with a full conscience, consciously you do it to the best of your ability, and that is what you do even in a different role as a constitutional head of the state. The nature changes because there the responsibilities are of a different nature, here it is of a different nature. There you have a longer hierarchy, there as a civil servant at a different level, you had so many people to answer. Here I don't have many people to answer. So, and as you grow, your approach, you will stop looking at things in a micro and a small things. You go into larger, what is good for the people of the state, let us say, in my present role. What is good? Of course, I have a constitution to abide by, because we are all creatures of constitution, whether it is a judiciary, executive, legislature, everyone is a creature of constitution. So within the bounds of the constitution, we discharge our responsibility to the best of, I discharge my responsibility according to the best of my abilities. And switch over from one to the other, well, I never felt there was any problem or any, it was just very, very, very smooth. Because even when as a civil servant, I didn't feel constrained as some of my colleagues felt by extraneous considerations. Okay, you're doing things how your senior will view, that is immaterial. It is to be done, this is the best thing to be done, this is the way to be done, I will do it. And if I am the one to take the decision, I will take the decision. Because as a civil servant, at every stage, you will be required to take decision. Right from the beginning. And then at that point of time, when you look at somebody, how do you say? That's not the way. You will commit mistakes, be sure about it. Nobody is perfect. We all commit mistakes. Even at this stage, I don't say that I won't commit mistake, but it has to be, it's a bona fide. It is not with any malicious intention. But if you don't take decision, that is not acceptable. Some civil servants, they believe that, okay, if you do it, there might be there's nothing called there might be a bad consequence. If you have, but you don't take decision, reckless. How do you take decision? And this will be a question, naturally people, it comes in this type of your personality assessment is done during your interview. And when you are preparing for interview, those of you who crack the main, at that time you come to me, I will take a special session on how to face the interview. Because that's not a place where your knowledge is tested. Your knowledge has been tested through this. Your academic, your intellectual capacity has been already judged through your mains. It is a test of your personality. So there how you take the decisions, those things. At that stage, I will tell you, right now, it is not the time. We can use the time for the purpose for your preparation of civil services. So it has been a thing, but one thing you must remember that as a civil servant, whichever service you are, at whichever stage you are, right from the beginning, the moment you get an independent charge, till you are under training is okay. But once you get a charge, then you have to take decisions. And you must be bold enough to take a decision, otherwise you are unfit. Yes, question relating to civil services, yes.
Sir, vanakkam sir. Sir, ever since you adorned this chair of excellency, you have been consistently quoting about Thirukkural and Tamil literature, sir. What is that unique feature which inspired you most about the Thirukkural, and can you suggest some?
I thought you would be asking about something about tips about civil service preparation. But anyway, Thirukkural is I found it very fascinating. I didn't know Thirukkural before. I heard of it, but I didn't read it. When I started reading it, I was inspired. That yes, it has such a huge wealth. And I believe that it needs to be, because each 1.5 line couplet that is there, this has so much of it that literal translation, I have got more than a dozen translations, they do not do full justice, because these are all condensed meaning. It is not something that you can literally translate it and do it. Literal translation doesn't do full justice. So I only expect, some people have written, I have some part of it, not all, but I enjoy reading the commentaries on it. So there should be a commentary, what is called Bhashya. Yes. Yes.
Thank you for this opportunity, sir. Sir, what will be the impact of National Education Policy 2020 on future society?
Yes. Now, this is a question which will be, those of you who will be facing, maybe even your general study for the mains also, the question will be asked even. Look, the National Education Policy 2020, why was it? First thing you should realize, why was it? What was the need for it? You know, the national leadership realize that, you know, a country is built by the people of the country. That means citizen of the country. Now, and citizen will build it according to their capacity. How capable citizens are. To produce citizens capable of meeting the challenges of today and tomorrow, because you know technology changing fast, changing the world fast, it is impacting everything in life. So, a future ready citizenry to prepare that. Future ready citizenry cannot be prepared with the continuing curriculum. Continuing curriculum is a legacy of the colonial period. When you study something, read something, remember something, pass exam, get the degree, and after degree, when you come out on the street, you lose the way. You do not know what to do, where to go. And then you will start running from pillar to post for job, showing your degree. Today, employers don't give you a job because of your degree. They give you what is there that you have in you. You know, so how much practical knowledge you have? How much practical knowledge suited to any particular profession? Because it's a day of specialization everywhere. If somebody is a barber, it has to be S-class barber. A shoemaker has to be a top-class shoemaker. And there lies the... Look, the time of the ordinary is over. That will be there. A lot of people will be ordinary, but not for aspirational people. You have to have knowledge which are useful in the contemporary age. It has to be practical, and it must be a system of education which should stimulate your own intellectual capacity. Because each one of us, we have a lot of capacity. Unfortunately, these are not activated. So capacity to think, right? The modern system has been, okay, if you are studying political science, so and so political philosopher said like this, so and so said like this. If you are economics, then you study the graph, this is what. You just follow what others say. Now, capacity to think and aptitude to think, inclination to think. It is not, it comes with practice. That is why the national education policy, right from the childhood, it encourages critical thinking. Critical thinking. It is something which is not accepted as it is told. You also think over it and find out whether there can be many other ways to which to say. Let us say 2 plus 2 is 4. Somebody tells you 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay. But 3 plus 1 is also 4. 8 minus 4 is also 4. There can be million ways to reach 4. So, critical thinking. Any situation, you know. Now, somebody says law of gravity. Okay, apple falls because Newton said, there is a gravity. Mango has fallen. Okay. Now you think critically. Now how you think critically? Mango has fallen. Why is it now it has fallen? Why it didn't fall 1 hour before? Why it has fallen now? Is there something more to it? Then somebody will tell you, okay, it might be because of ripening, awakening of this. Then is it that or something could else? Maybe a squirrel has jumped over the twig and it has shaken, it has fallen. So it is not. Now ask question, why? This is critical thinking. So national education policy is essentially to produce citizens who are intellectually sound. Intellectually sound and endowed with practical knowledge. Practical in every field. Practical, doesn't mean just your day-to-day life. Even theory that you have studied, unless you are in the domain of a theoretical physicist. There's a difference. But practical, experiment. So experimentation, so that you innovate. You think new. When you think critically, you also try experimenting. And when you experiment, technology is created, knowledge is created, production happens. No, to harness the latent energy and capacity of our citizenry. We are a country of going to be shortly about 1.4 billion. Now imagine, we have the great advantage of being the youngest country. Our median average is just about 29. If we have capable citizens who can experiment, who can try, who can innovate, country grows. So, for the future of the individual, for the future of the country, it is very, very important. National education policy. Yes. So many, yeah.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, sir. My question is, you have been a part of CBI, bureaucrat, journalist, and you are popularly known as the architect of India's international cooperation in counter-terrorism. So, among these, which did you feel the most challenging one, and why? So that this will help us to inculcate certain ethical values in our life as a blooming bureaucrat.
Please. This international cooperation in counter-terrorism was at the time when it was not there. We realized that when I spent most of my life in theater of terrorism, terrorist violence, whether it's Jammu and Kashmir, whether it's Northeast or Maoist. In most of these terrorist acts, there isn't, and even terrorism in the hinterland, attacks here, the blast, explosion here, there. This is all a part of a conspiracy because of technology. Suppose if a blast happens at one place, perhaps conspiracy might have been hatched in some foreign country. Somebody from some other place, somebody might have brought the materials. Or maybe somebody thought, okay, we must do a blast, a terror attack at such and such place. Now, this is a thought. From somewhere else, somebody provides the technology, this is how you do it. This is how you make the improvised device. Where to get the material? Maybe some material, explosive can be got from here, somebody from there, some wire, some diode and all those things can be brought. So it is a part of a conspiracy. You have a larger. That is one. So you need the cooperation. If it is in a foreign country, what do you do? Unless you have a cooperation, you cannot defeat. And cannot, not only that, you cannot bring the guilty, the culprit, the terrorist to the book, to the justice, but you cannot prevent if the country doesn't cooperate. And the second the greater need for us in our country was because most of our terrorism, acts of terror, was inspired from Pakistan. To be very specific, it was mostly originated from there and Afghanistan. Now, in partly some limited case way, it was also from China. Now, you cannot expect cooperation from those countries. After all, they are instruments. They want to do it. So what do? You create a right kind of alliance with the countries, those who in principle they agree that terrorism is not acceptable. Terrorism, because these countries, they use terrorism as an instrument of their foreign policy. If Pakistan wants to hurt the India's economy or peace in this country, they will trigger certain blast. It creates havoc. Imagine when Mumbai happened, what all. Similarly, something happens in the northeast, they will not cooperate with you. But there are countries, especially after 9/11, it became. Before 9/11, I must tell you, our efforts were not much successful because there were many countries, they were lukewarm, they were not coming forward. But after the 9/11, when it hit the Americans, and when they started hitting the interests of the white countries, then they started coming around the idea of, and then we say, okay, let us start with some framework, common framework. Then let us first all agree that together we agree and pass a resolution that yes, it is not acceptable. Then how to share intelligence? The most important thing in countering terrorism is you may keep talking about policy and all those things. But if a terror attack being planned in a particular country and the person has to fly from there may not be passing through some third country and coming. If you have a cooperation, you get the information that look, there is likelihood, there is a plan. Somebody is traveling, intermediate station, either if the person, he or she is coming, you can catch him at the airport. There are many cases where we were able to interdict the person right at the point of this embarkation, there itself, take him. Some cases, we didn't want the person to come, so in the intermediate country, we got him detained. This all happens with So international cooperation, we built it now, of course, it has grown stronger. It is getting. There is a lot of effort that goes into it, but it was necessary because, and now today, the world at large, at least everyone says that terrorism is bad. And degree of cooperation, it varies. But it has been a very fruitful exercise for us because at the time when we started, international community did not take us very seriously. It is not like today. Today when India says something, world takes it seriously. I'm talking about 20 years back, people didn't take us so seriously. They were fine, but nothing much. So bringing them around was not a very smooth act, but yes, we succeeded. Yes.
Sir?
Yeah, their own, yes. Yes.
Your Excellency, you served as Deputy National Security Advisor of India. So, I would like you to shed some light on how India should steer itself at this tri-juncture when we are having the presidency of G20, UNSC as well as the chairmanship of the SCO.
You know, this question would be, you can expect because G20 is a very, very ongoing. It is the in thing now. First what is G20. G20 is the group of the 20 countries together account for 85% of the global GDP. All the big countries, rich countries, US, Canada, European Union, Britain, China, Russia, they are all members of G20. So G20 in some way is more influential than United Nations. In the United Nations you have such a large number of countries, over 190 countries, but that is number. What matters for influence is those who have the capacity to influence. Today, why is it that United States of America takes its course and the world keeps watching? You may agree or you may not agree, they will do it. The strong and powerful countries, they do it. So, G20 is, today, it is the most potent international organization. If you call it an organization, it has become an organization, though it is a forum. Now, these countries, they work towards, first is economy, the global economy, because after all, the interest of everyone is first to grow economically, develop, and also to reduce poverty in countries which are of the rest of the world, because in an economically imbalanced world will not be stable. So if I am rich, my country is rich is not enough. It will not be sustainable if we do not create an environment around. They also must. So for the global economy, it is very, very important. Challenges like climate. Now climate, we know that it is a common problem going to devastate the country. The world is facing already, started facing it. So many forums. Now let us say we have a global common, like a space. We have cyber. Now in these domains, what should be the norms? Because countries according to their own capacity will start working and exploiting the space. It will create chaos. It will not be a fair order. Similarly, cyber doesn't know. Cyberspace, there is no boundary. Now one who has the capacity will use the cyberspace to its own advantage. To have some kind of a norm, agreed norm. Look, this is how we must behave. The purpose of an international organization is to create norms for conduct of affairs collectively. Otherwise, each sovereign country will start behaving its own way, conducting its own affairs. There will be chaos. So there are many areas which are yet to be, in which there is yet to be an agreed norm. Now G20 has a big role to play. If these countries can come up with a formulation, now these countries being the you can say, as I said, 85% of the global GDP, and who is who of the world, then naturally the world will follow. So the challenge before India is to steer them along a course in their thinking with building a narrative and trying to bring them around, because there are countries which have they don't see eye to eye individually. You have China, you have US, you have Russia, you have Europe, European Union, Russia, they are at cross. But your challenge is, India's challenge is to bring them around to some agreed formulation, agreed norms, agreed policy on issues which are affecting the world. Whether it is economy, whether it is climate, whether it is facing a disaster like pandemic. Now the world faced a pandemic, but there is no norm. WHO kept announcing, but they were by and large not very effective, hardly effective. Now, should a pandemic strikes tomorrow again in future, how do we? So it is a big responsibility. Now it depends on India's capacity to come up with the ideas and put the ideas in a way. There comes the role of diplomacy to convince these countries to come along the idea. You may have a brilliant idea, so what? You keep it yours. I don't agree. So make each country realize that it is in their interest. No country in the world will do for charity. You have to, even when we framed the counter-terrorism, we made them first realize that it is in your interest. Only then they come along. So this is the challenge today. So that is why the first thing that our government has done, our country has done, I won't say, this is a country is the leader, is the now president. India is president, is the chair of the G20. First thing, we made our position. You can call it an ideological position. You can call it a philosophical position. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. One worth, one family, one future. Now this is. And this is our, actually, this is our general outlook. We have demonstrated this from time to time. We take world as a family. This taking world as a family has been there in our sanskar, in our DNA, right from since several thousand years. We are making it public now for the rest of the world. That, look, we will conduct the presidency of G20 with this belief, this commitment that I am not doing for India. It is not just for G20. Whatever we will do for the whole world. You know, so that now, you know, the Prime Minister, what he did? He involved the whole country. Earlier, when G20 or sub G20, of course, is happening first time, but earlier we had some Commonwealth head of missions. We had where about more than 50 countries heads they had come and all that. That used to be basically government affair. In Delhi, there will be some meeting, or maybe some place you choose, like a Chogam happened in Commonwealth had some government was in Goa a few decades back. So one place they all come and meet and go. Now we have more than 215 meetings of G20, and it will be held all over the country. Each state is being made party to it, and in each state, effort is being made that each section gets involved into that. Youth get involved into that. Business persons will, get involved into that. Farmers get involved into that. Every year. So that they, first thing, we all feel the ownership. This presidency is not of, Narendra Modi. This presidency is of this country. And that is what Prime Minister has said, that let everyone feel the ownership of this. In Tamil Nadu, we have got at least 3 sites where we will host it. I think Chennai, Coimbatore, Mahabalipuram and all. There are many places in the whole country we are doing it. So G20 is a great occasion, great opportunity for us to provide, through this leadership, to provide the future way forward for the world with respect to global problems. And it also, of course, it also is an opportunity for us to make those countries realize what is India. Because those countries, many of them, they have a very poor image of India. Because they have not understood this country, the changes that is happening, the phenomenal growth that is happening. So they can also come around, see what is country, move around, let country gets involved, all section of. In fact, there is a greater emphasis on women power. So, wherever the G20 meeting will be held, women entrepreneurs, women achievers of those areas will be meeting the delegates. Let the delegates meet them and get a sense, oh, why see India? Because there are about 1 lakh, if in the whole 1 year, about 1 lakh plus delegates, international delegates of these 20 countries, plus there are some other observers, about a dozen of them. So many people would come, and they are all very important people. All these countries, those who come from those countries, those delegates, about 1 lakh of them, they are all people of highly influential people of their own country. Let them come and have a feel of India. Let them understand what this country is. That's also, so it's a great opportunity. Yes. Whoever starts speaking, I will listen. Well, yes. No, that is already green energy. If we don't consider as a green energy as a primary source, then there is a disaster. As simple as that. The world is going to, temperature is going, global warming is happening. And everyone knows that if you do not move away from carbon, then the world is doomed. There is no true opinion about it. Those who deny it, big companies, big oil companies and all, they have a problem, but that is not acceptable. And that is why our country, we have taken the strong initiative. We are moving in a big way towards carbon-free energy, renewable energy, solar energy. We are moving in a big, very way. And we have set the target that by 2070, we will be a carbon zero. And we are moving in a big way. In fact, our target for clean energy, carbon-free energy till 2030, that means next 8 years, we will be producing 500 gigawatt of carbon-free energy. This is quite a bold initiative. We have already crossed nearly about, I think we should be nearly, I'm not exactly sure, because 100 we have already crossed by some by, it is about 140 or 45, something like that. But I'm not sure of this data. But we are moving in a big way. Yes. I will tell you about the civil service. What you have to do is you make it, and then we will discuss about it. The time is short. I will come to you. Have an important question, but there are some hands. Yes, come. Yeah, ask. Look, first is, for long there have been inhibition, women confined to home. Then, okay, come out, then you will start doing nursing, maybe teaching, maybe medical, doctor. They started soft thinking that women would not be appropriate for going to a job which are physically tough, physically more challenging. And that was a thinking, but that thinking has now gone. Now today, in fact, you know that even in the military, the combat role, even the military, only the medical corps was open for women. There, the nurses and doctors, not in combat. Today, the all field are open to women. So it is a question of awareness, more and more awareness, and I am sure the way the women number is increasing in uniform services, I am sure in coming days you will have far more representation of women in the uniform services. I have no doubt about it. Yes.
So, in recent times we see there is always a tussle between ethical, moral and legal matters for any bureaucrat, sir. At times we have to take a timely decision to take care of the situation. So how did you handle those values? It is not just a paper writing in GS4. So we have to tackle those ethical, moral and legal matters in everyday life of a bureaucrat. So how did you handle those?
When there are many situations that one faces in one's life where you need to take a decision which may not be to the liking of your senior, may not be to the liking of your political executive. Now, my formula has been very clear. I have, if there is a situation, if there is a clear policy, let us say a law is very clear that this is what is to be done, there is no confusion, you follow it. Whoever say whatever it is. But you will have many areas where there is no clear law. It falls in the grey. How do you act in that? In a situation where it is a grey, you just have a pause, see what is the best interest of the people. I do not have any personal interest. You forget about the consequences to yourself. What will happen? And if you think that this is the best course, you do it. And I tell you, invariably, there may be some noise, there may be some odd situations, but eventually it will be respected, it will be honored. And there may be situations when you may even, for a while, you may suffer. But that will be a temporary suffering. So long you have not done anything with your personal motive. If you do things with your personal motive, okay, it will help me in rising in my career, okay, it will give me some, no, those things, please, no, those things are not. I think you are not expected to be guided by that. So whenever there is a gray, listen to your conscience without any regard for your self-interest. And then you do the best. You take a decision, go ahead. You know, there have been many times. I mean, in fact, there were times when I was almost suspended. They had issued the order that for this. I said, okay, we will go ahead. I was smiling. It just never bothered me. Suspend kare, okay, you do it. I will just enjoy at my place. How does it matter? You know. But I will not like to go to sleep with a aching conscience. Oh, I should not have done it. No, don't ever do that. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is, how challenging was your role as an interlocutor in the Nagaland peace process? How you overcame all the difficulties and tried to reach a consensus on the issue? Thank you, sir.
You know, it was a very complex problem. It was going on since over 60 years. The fights have been going on. Thousands of people have died. Now, as an interlocutor, first thing I must be clear in my mind. What is my objective? My first objective is to protect my national interest. Anything comes only later. Nothing comes in the way of safeguarding my national interest. Naga rebels said, we are not Indians, we will not be part of India. And government must recognize it. Now, how do you deal with people like this? You cannot say no, then you fight. The fight goes on. There is no end to it. So, while listening, patiently listening to those, because in the negotiation, often it happens that one other side always takes a maximalist position, that this is what, we want to be independent. That doesn't necessarily mean that that person actually believes that the person will be independent. But that is the position they take. You have to realize it. Mine was, at the personal level, I had a very good relation with all these troublemakers. I had no problem with them. Very nice, courteous, fine. But I knew the strength of the society. Naga society is a tribal society. It is organized along the village, and village chiefs are the important, powerful people. There were about 2,000 villages. I reached out to the village chiefs. I traveled, moved, talked to them, had long discussions, spent night with them, slept with them, in the sense in their houses. Brought them around, yes. No, we want peace, we want development, we want a future for our children. So they took a position that, look, this fight is for independence is not in our interest. And I made it very clear right at the beginning from the public platform that two things must be very clear. One fact which Nagas must accept, and one fact which Government of India must accept. Nagas must accept the reality, come what may, Nagaland shall always be part of India. There is no compromise on that. And the second point, which the government of India also realized it, that it cannot be, Naga's wish or desire cannot be militarily crushed. It has to be with love and affection as a part of the family, as a kutumba. With clarity. When that clarity is there, when I have made it public, so the people at large, Nagas, they realize independence is out. And then they came around and they built the situation. And there came a point when all the villagers put together, they gave it in writing, don't just ignore them, we are with you. They had no option, they came around. And they say, okay, we will settle within Indian Union, but give us a special consideration. I said, that's a different matter. A special consideration in terms of development, there can be a lot of opportunity, sky is the limit. But no question of. It came around. But I took the talk which was happening in foreign countries for almost nearly 20 years, it was being held in all the foreign. Because Nagas insisted, those rebels, since we are not part of India, we will not talk in India. Talk will not be in India, talk will not be in Nagaland, it will be in third country. So our people have kept talking only in Europe, America, Japan and all of that. I told them at the very first meeting, no. Are you serious? If you are serious, then we may have to talk almost every day, sometimes every week. You cannot go to Japan every week. Because earlier the format was you have a talk, then after 4 months another date you have a talk. This is nonsense. We said, are you serious? If you are not serious, you go, we will fight. If you are serious, then better be at a place where it is possible to have frequent talk. Closer to the people. They had no option. They came around. I give them a place to stay in Delhi. They stayed in Delhi as my guest. And we had fine. So brought the talk from the abstract to the ground, to the reality. And with a clear objective, with a loving heart. Nagas are such a fine people, fine human beings. In the worst of situations, long before, when the fighting was going on all around, people used to die, forces used to die for 30, 40, ambush. Even those days when I used to travel, I never took police or army as my security. I used to stay in their houses because they are the best of friends, but they can be worst of enemies if you betray them. They would give their life to protect you. So I used to go and stay them at their houses as their guest, as a friend. It happened.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Jenny Joy. In the long preparation of civil service examinations, we are facing with many failures and criticisms. So how can we handle this and keep ourselves motivated to pursue our dream?
You are facing criticism from?
From neighbors, relations.
Yes, very important, very good question. Now let me tell you about civil services, preparation for civil services. First and foremost, each one of you, when you go back from here, sit quiet, ask yourself how serious you are about this. First thing, you cannot approach civil services with ambiguity. Ho jayega, okay, we'll give it a try. If it happens, doesn't happen. No, that should not be the mindset. Civil services are actually, because they are transformative, the once you get into it, it changes your life. It changes your life, it changes transforms, it won't be changes, it transforms. Transforms you, transforms your families, transforms the future generation of yours. it's a very prestigious service. These services are very prestigious, and it's a transformative. Now, if you are, but the problem is their numbers are limited, okay? So many. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to get disheartened, no. Because if you are preparing seriously for Union Public Service Commission, if you are serious about it, God forbid, if you do not make it, there will be other avenues for you, because you will have that capacity in you with which you will be able to take up. The first thing you must do is, don't take it as a passing, okay, I will also appear for this. That is not. It has to be very serious commitment. Also, don't keep in mind, doesn't matter what is the age limit? This much. So I have how many chances I have? I have, okay, 5 chance, 10 chance, 8 chance. Don't go into all this nonsense. Because if you start saying that if I have so many chances, then that lowers your involvement, your commitment. Because if you join young, you have advantage. After retirement age is 60. Suppose if you join later, you will retire before you reach the top. You will not be, and there you will have frustration. Look, my aspiration is to reach the top, and I am falling halfway. But that's the age. So advantages of joining at an early age when you have sufficient number of years before you is very important. You must be focused. First is determination. Okay, I am preparing for it. Then, for the time that you have for a year, let us say 1 year or 1.5 years, whatever be the time slot that you have for preparing, then you're writing your prelims, then mains and all. Forget every other thing. Forget your other commitments. Tell your family not to disturb you. Forget your vacations, going on at, okay, 2 days, okay, all right, I will make it. No, that attitude is not good. It is tapasya. Tapasya, you understand? It is a total commitment. It is a tapash. So, forget about visitors. There will be coming visitors to your houses. Try to be courteous, but maintain the distance. It requires a total commitment. You cannot be halfway. And if you don't make it, if you have been going on a vacation and being very socially alive and all that, don't know, I tried, but this is not. You are only wasting the time and wasting the money of your parents. So, for this period of your preparation, which you have about year and a half, you forget your vacation, you forget your other social commitments and all this. You have to be just thinking only about one goal. I have to clear it. Next, time management. How many hours you are devoting every day? Do the calculation. If you are serious about it, you must be devoting at least 13 to 14 hours every day. If you think that 5 hours a day you will study and prepare it, sometimes you maybe by some fluke you might get into, but that's not the way I would recommend. You must, because 10 hours is enough, 6 hours for sleeping, 3-4 hours for all this, So, time management is very important. Time and time, I have come to time, I will come to time management later. Time, you must devote every day at least minimum 13, preferably 14 hours minimum. Management. You study the syllabus, you see what are the syllabus, how is it you have it, different prelims, mains, different papers. Prepare the time slot for each of those subjects. You may not be able to cover each on every day. This is not possible. Because then you will not be able to do justice. Because once you take up a subject, you need to give sufficient time to the subject to study that. You cannot just touch it. That, okay, I have touched it. There are some subjects which will be more demanding, so you have to give more time. So accordingly, you prepare your week schedule. Which subject, how much time you are giving. The subject which is you are weak, you believe, devote more time. Because after some time you will start liking it. Don't shy away. We have a tendency that, okay, I am 16 hours a day I am reading, but I am only studying psychology or studying political science. No, that's not. You have to have proper apportioning of time to subject. You must do it. And see that every subject, at least within 2 days, you are able to cover. So that the third day you come back. Next is, don't keep just reading, writing. If you simply read, it doesn't get absorbed. You have to develop the habit of writing. Whatever you have read, come down and write. And over the practice to be precise, and it doesn't happen in your first go. Once you start, you will be able to express it precisely because you have. These examinations are not just test of your knowledge, how much you know. It is also a test of how accurate, how brief, how concise you can be, or you are wasting time in writing, superfluous things. So, you have a time limit in which you will be writing. So, write. Reading, but more writing. You have to, and that is how you assimilate. You assimilate. While you are preparing, you test yourself whether are you able to absorb or you are just forcing yourself to be there. So have a break. Keep giving intermediate breaks. So that, and break means when you break, you come on the mobile and start looking at mobile. No, this is not a break. Your break actually means relaxation. Listen to some music, move around, have a glass of water, deep 10 minutes walk, deep breath. That kind of thing. Keep mobile away. Away in the sense minimum. Most of the time you don't keep these things with you. For this period, if you are not attending call of any of your friends, let them realize, let them not talk to you. Okay, I have not talked to you, I have not responded my call. Come on, forget it. At the end of the day, it is your life and you are responsible for it, nobody else. So keep these things away. And movie watching and all this. I don't think so. Maybe, suppose after all, if you feel, maybe on a day, let us say Sunday. Okay, I have Sunday afternoon, I have a movie time, I will watch. It's okay. If you are, but then discipline. That okay. For about 2.5 hours or so, I have on a Sunday. Any other day, no. Somebody says, okay, Sunday I will read. Today is Tuesday, let me watch the film. No. Even if the best of film goes, let it go. It is not going to be the end of your life. But control yourself. Most important thing is control restrain yourself. If you have restrained yourself, if you have taken control of yourself, you can control the world. There is nothing big about it. Your weakness lies in yourself. That you have started, you will start finding justification for it. Oh, 1 hour, how does it matter? I will catch up later. You will not catch up. You may catch up, but you will not. It shows your moral weakness. It shows your moral weakness, that you are not committed to your. If you give a promise to yourself, you must keep the promise. Next, take care of your health. It's very important. You cannot afford to fall sick. Sickness can happen to anyone. But if it happens for reasons beyond your control, that is, cannot help it. Pandemic happened, COVID happened, what to do? It has spread, everyone got affected. But if something which you can avoid, exposure to cold, and then you will start falling sick. No. Spending some time for your physical exercise, regular physical exercise, which are not strenuous, by the way. Because if you are going to gym and all, stop it. My advice would be, don't devote time in the gym. If you are going to gym, you do gym. You don't forget about it. If you are going only for, let us say, you are going to gym for just for treadmill, half 20 minutes to do it, done. Not a straight, because if you are tired, your muscles are tired, you will not be able to concentrate. No, it is not possible. But physical exercise is must to keep you physically healthy. So, take care of your health. Don't expose yourself, let us say, street food. If it is, be sure, unless it is hot and hygienic, don't go and eat. Because if you eat and if you get diarrhea, it takes away your 1 or 2 days. It will never come back in your life. It is a period of your self-discipline. You have to take care of yourself. You cannot afford to ignore. You are young, yet you can be vulnerable. If a day or two is gone, it is a huge loss. Try to keep yourself physically fit. Eat healthy. Eat healthy as a part of your keeping yourself fit. In the night dinner, you take light dinner. Early dinner, light dinner, so that you get good sleep. You have to develop these things by way of your self-discipline. Read newspaper for the current development, but don't read too many newspaper. Read newspaper broadly. You have some good op-eds. Pick up some good newspaper if you have something which gives some value based, some about some international development, national development, some policy matters. Don't waste time on who is saying, which politician said what, and who is. I mean, these are all cheap thrills. These are avoidable distractions. Don't get it. On the newspaper, it is not worth spending more than 20-25 minutes at the most. You say general knowledge. General knowledge is about the policies. Let us say G20. You said, yeah, G20. Interstate, some disputes are happening. Let us say Kerala, Karnataka. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, water dispute. If there is some development is happening, judicial or maybe, read that. What is that? So that you are aware. These are current affairs which you need to be familiar with. Limit it yourself to that part of it. Don't unnecessary news. These are for idle people. Those who have nothing to do, they will watch. Not for you. So, time. First is determination, focus. A commitment to yourself that yes, I'll do it. Forget rest of all. Be focused. Time, manage your time properly. Take care of your health. Now, despite all these, it may happen that you are not able to make it. And then people will start saying, okay, what is this? This man, you have been trying. And First and foremost, if there is any jibe, anyone who comments on you, let us say, don't react, absorb it. With a vengeance, try. Few people make it in the first attempt, few, not everyone makes it. That doesn't mean that you have to start with a belief that I will make a second. You have to give your full. Because if you have given your full, then your next attempt becomes far more easier for you. You are able to do that. You know, because of number of limitation of seats, it may happen some problem. Sometimes it happens. Very competent, bright people, sometimes they miss it, but okay, you try it. But if you have given a resolve to yourself that I have to do it, then remain committed and follow it. And I tell you, I don't see any reason why you cannot grow in life. Even, I'm talking about even. This is not the stage for me to talk about even. But even then, I'm telling. Suppose by some chance you are not. Other options will open, other avenues will open to you. And there you can make it. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Nitya. One last question, sir. Gross enrollment ratio of girls in higher education is 49%. But when it comes to workforce rate, it's just only 24.1%. There is a wide gap that exists between the level of attainment of education and the workforce. Most the talented and protective workforce is being wasted due to various reasons, like be it a health factor, social or family norms and all. Being a responsible citizen and civil service aspirant, I would like to know how could we address this issue to attain a state of a women-empowered society, sir.
You know, women participation in workforce, a recognized workforce is unsatisfactory today. Sit down. You know, in our country, the household works are not yet monetized. So a woman in the house does so much of work, but it goes without appreciation. What is the value of it? You know, but if the husband or a man of the house, if he goes and brings about 10,000 rupees salary, this is called as if it is an income. So that is a problem. Now, for more women to come in the workforce, first and foremost, a conducive environment has to be created for the women to work in the workforce. For example, in fact, one is opportunity. Opportunities are now coming. There are more and more women are coming in the workshop. Workforce. It is increasing. But for a very long time, we had a problem that at the workplace, situation is not conducive. No, lack of toilet, lack of a proper facility room where the women worker can go and sit, can be there for some time if it is needed, is required. There are small things which won't occur to men, because men don't feel those needs, but those facilities are to be provided to see that, yes, the women, they are more and more attracted to it. I tell you one example. I was when I was with the Government of India, the Home Ministry, I'm talking about early 90s. A foreign delegation came, and in the foreign delegations there were two ladies. And at one point they wanted to use the washroom. And none of us knew where was the ladies' washroom. And you know, can you imagine? In a North Block Home Ministry, there was no lady washroom. Look at the level of insensitivity. I'm talking about 30 years back. For a visiting those who are working, how do you expect? So, creating, one is awareness and creating, and increasing opportunities and providing women-based amenities at the workplace. Safety. Now, let us say night shift. Many places women are not secure traveling in night. If you provide, and that is how the family will not allow the women to go and work, because no, it is not safe. If you are returning at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock from your workplace, no, this is not safe. How to, that safety. So creating a conditions conducive, opportunities, amenities, security. These are core needs which have to be given to increase the number of women in the workforce. Yes.
Sir?
Hello?
Sir? One question, sir.
What? You were talking about Agnipath. This Agniveer. Now, you know, Agniveer is a very novel concept. You know, Agniveers are recruited at a very young age. By the time they are 18, 19. They are inducted for a period of 3 years. Now, in that, they are trained. They develop confidence, they learn certain skills, they earn some money also, that also gives them a confidence, and by the time they are 21, 22, they are back. Now, normally, here, our youth, by the time they are 21, 22, they would be doing their graduation, post-graduation, still they are struggling. Here, you have a person who goes, joins as Agniveer, acquires some skill, some trade, because they are trained, they are given training, varying from 6 months to it sort of depends on the trade. So they learn. In the period of 3 years, they learn a skill, they earn some money, and they come back with enormous confidence. If some of them wish to join military, they can go and compete and join. If they do not choose to go in military to other field of life, they are not dependent on their parents because they have earned some money. They are far more confident because they have seen the world, they have worked in a difficult situations. And for military, it is also good because every job in the military is not always fighting with gun. Military has a lot of services which are not exactly combat in nature. Combat services, you have a lot of support role. For those support roles, but they have to live in a military environment. So, for them, for those roles, they have young people, enthusiastic people, doing the job, playing the role, and they will always remain young because that they will go, they will come back again, fresh batch will come, they will be there. So it is to the advantage of the military because today a large part of the military goes in the support services, not in combat. Now you need to have an efficient support system and you have to have an efficient combat system. In combat, there cannot be any compromise. Combat has to be people who are there at the front to fight. But the support, to keep it efficient, there is a difference between the 20-year young man or woman, 21-year young man and woman doing it enthusiastically, than a person by the time is 36, 37, 40 years of age. You know, so it is to the advantage of the military, it is the advantage of the youth. And this also inculcates a sense of nationalism. These youth get to know more about the country. They get to understand what the country is. Their exposure is much wider. So when they come back as a far transformed person for the better. Yeah.
Thank you so
You have asked a question. Somebody who doesn't ask the question, give the opportunity.
Sir, actually, I'll ask you one direct question. In today's scenario, how do you see the work of governor?
Work of?
Sorry, okay, sir, I'll ask you one question. India's GDP is 2.5% of global GDP. Okay, I believe India is developing. The CEO of Google, CEO of Microsoft, ex-CEO of Twitter are from India, sir. Sir, do you think that they didn't got opportunity in India to be a leader of that level?
Look, India's to be an economic power. Today we are the fifth largest economy in the world. Today we are the fifth largest economy in the world, and we expect by another about 6 to 7 years we should go further up. We are going to be fourth in a couple of years, and we expect to be third by about 2030. That's our expectation. This growth of India will not happen with people of Google and Microsoft and all. They give a good feel-good factor. They will all be working for their companies, their interest. They will not. But the fact that they are from India, it gives a lot of good feeling toward our people that yes, if our person can reach the top, why not I? So it is more inspirational. India has to be built by our people, those who are here. And they are doing it. And they are doing it. The fact that today India is the fastest growing economy in the world. We may be the fifth economy in the world by GDP, but we are in the rate of growth, we are the fastest. This fastest is happening because of our youth, those who are making it happen. Let us say, we have almost over 80,000 startups. Till about 7-8 years back, we had hardly 500. Today, we have more than 80,000 startups. People are experimenting. People are doing new things. You have IIT where people are building, young people like you guys are building rockets, rocket launchers. A lot of things are. So, country will be built by this, not by anybody from outside. They are inspirational.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We have come to the end of the session. Now, time now to know what these IAS aspirants have a takeaway from this wonderful interactive session. I call upon Azad to give his input.
Yeah. Can I have please give me some more time. I know. I think we don't get opportunity.
So, one last question.
Ask.
Lakhs of youngsters are joining in the race of civil service competition every year, but only few are fortunate enough to join the service, overcoming all barriers. Because aspirants is to vacancy ratio is disproportionate, and the number of aspirants is very high in our country. In such case, those unfortunate qualified talents spend most of their productive age in preparation for job, and then they join the serpentine line of unemployment. What are your suggestions to talented unemployed youth and the constructive way to tap their energy towards development of themselves and also of the nation?
You know, though the number of applicants, number of aspirants who appear for examinations is far. It runs in, I do not know what is the current number. I'm sure it must be over 1 million or around that. Number of seats are very limited, there's no doubt about it. Many a times, the problem also is that the aspirant who is preparing and their mentors, they are not, either the aspirant is not able to assess one's own talent, one's own commitment, one's own situation. or bulk of them, I have been interacting with the civil servants, say civil service aspirants. A large number of them are, okay, I will also write the exam. So number which you have right, large, that is why they brought the preliminary examination, just to screen out those who are not. So the problem comes when you are at an age, first of all, you are at an age when you should be able to think. Suppose if I have made a couple of attempts and I am fully committed, not able to. Should I be able to, should I pursue it, come what may, or should I be moving away? Now, for that, a counseling, career counseling would be needed. Candidates themselves should also think of. Fortunately, I would not like to say that that is not the appropriate thing to say, but despite frustrations, our aspirants, there are very few cases of them taking extreme steps. You know, because they are all at an age which are not that impressionable. So, it is better to, suppose if I have made some attempts, 2 or 3 attempts I have made, one should take a call. Should I continue or should I move away? These attempts have strengthened you, given you far more information, far more capable, you have it has equipped yourself, move away. If you feel, no, still I do it, that's your call. Now, diversion of talents, I don't agree, because today you have large number of engineers. If you say the single largest discipline contributing to the civil service today is from engineering. Lot many engineers, lot many IITians are also coming and joining. Now, to say that it is a loss of talent, one can argue like that. But suppose if I am an engineer, I am an IIT engineer, but my inclination is not towards research, not towards doing something, fine, it's okay. The person, every engineer did not necessarily be inclined towards doing some engineering work or some creative, innovative work. Okay, I feel I should go. Because their coming to civil services also improves the quality, intellectual quality of the civil services. Because civil servants are at a decision-making level. They are also very important people. If they are more and more technically qualified, to that extent it's very, very helpful. Because today most of the decisions which are taken are decisions which uses technology, or in significant way it has involvement of technology. So they know it helps. Rather than a simple, simple graduate, let us say, simple graduate is there who is not technically qualified, and that person is brought about, okay, I am a history graduate, but I am talking about information technology and some schemes going in my district. I only listen. I am not able to contribute. So technically qualified people coming in civil services, it adds value to the civil services also. So it's not, I won't take it as something which is a loss. Yeah.
Sir,
No, you have asked a question. I think
Good afternoon, sir.
You have already asked a question before.
Good afternoon, sir. With regard to preparation, how do you develop intuitive and critical thinking? Can you suggest some ways to strengthen it, because it will help us with prelims, mains, and even our interview?
Look, as I told you about the interview stage, when you come around, we can have a sitting. There are people also who guide, but I can also, because I for quite some time I used to be in the interview board of UPSC before, and I have been helping students to how to face this. But about the intuitive and critical, analytical, I think at this stage where you are, more and more exercises you do. You have a lot of you have question banks. You have a lot of those questions. You start working on that, because that is something which you develop over a time. It doesn't happen, there's no magical formula for it. At this stage where you all are, my advice would be to do more and more exercises which are available. There are many people who are working, many publications who have come up with model questions. You work on that, and that will be helpful at this stage. Yeah.
So greetings.
After this, I'll come to you. Yes, I'll come to you. Yes, speak.
Sir, Your Excellency, how you advise the future aspirants to governance India?
To?
Governance the government of India.
You first get into it, and then I will tell you how to govern India. Come next.
So greetings here. So over here.
No, there is one lady stand. Yes.
What do you think may be India's strategy to remain at the top position in the presently evolving geopolitical and geostrategic situation? This is one. And two is there any books that you would suggest to imbibe Indian ethos in the minds of the aspirants?
The first question which you said about how to India, what is the strategy for India to be at the top? Comprehensive growth. Comprehensive power of the country determines your position. No amount of lobbying, no amount of diplomacy, no amount of preaching, no amount of sermon. Your comprehensive strength. And what does it mean? Economically sound. In field of technology, you are at the frontier. You have more and more research, more and more patents, more and more research, scientific research publications, more and more innovations. So this builds your capacity in the science and technology. It grows economy, and of course militarily strong. So comprehensive strength of the country, comprehensive strength is not only in one field. Comprehensive strength that determines. And your second question was not very relevant, I suppose.
So greetings. Thank you for extending this time. So considering the changing role of civil servants in this present scenario, and India's advocating Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, as you said. So there is this Sanskrit phrase like Swayasya Swalpam and Samajasya Sarvam, that is little for you and everything for the society. So how does this phrase is so crucial in life of civil servant and in nation building? This is one. And what is the way forward to make civil servants that much sensitized and have this as a motto in their life?
Look, first thing we should realize one thing, that government today gives civil servant adequate to live a decent, dignified life. When I joined the civil service in 1976, you know what was my salary? My salary was 720 rupees. Our increment used to be 10 rupees. Okay, things were not as expensive as today, but it was not so cheap as well. Today, a beginner, when you get into civil service and you join, your emoluments, pay and emoluments almost comes about 1 lakh rupees. Almost about 1 lakh rupees, which is far. It also gives you sufficient environment, getting, transport, taking care of your transport for your mobility, a place to stay, some accommodation to live. So, country gives you sufficient to live a dignified life. But it doesn't give you enough to fulfill your greed. So the problem comes when people, civil servant, you will start taking it as an opportunity. Okay, this is great. Because, it's like a cup of honey, as Chanakya says in Kautilya, Arthashastra. You are, as civil servant, is holding a cup of honey. You have a tendency, if you have a tendency to gulp the honey, it is not, honey is not for you, it is for the state, for the people. So you have, but it gives you enough. So basically, you have to develop a character of strength, otherwise you will end up as you have seen nowadays, people are landing up, those who deviate. Friends, thank you very much. It has been I think you must be hungry. You have your lunch. It was a great meeting. I wish you all the best. And those of you who have given your mains and with grace and good luck, those of you who make it, I will be happy to welcome you for interview guidance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, Azad will share his experience of this live interactive session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable time. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity that you have not only given us motivation, but we also covered some of our syllabuses. So when I talked about this event to my senior aspirants, all monotonously said that we never had this opportunity when we were preparing. You are fortunate enough to attend this event. So thank you for making us fortunate 200. And we will really think to dare, or we will any tunivam, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Azad. Now I call upon Sabarinathan to share his experience.
Thank you so much for the golden opportunity for the student community to interact with you. This is the first time we have seen this one, and we request you to continue this for reaching wider students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pavitra will share her experience and her takeaway from this interactive session.
Good afternoon, Honorable Governor, and all the dignitaries present here. I am Pavitra representing Shankar IAS Academy, Chennai. And we feel very delightful and thankful to be a part of this session. All we know about Governor is so far is only through textbook, and this is such an eye-opener, an insightful session for us that you spent your valuable time and your patience. Thank you so much, sir, for that. And it was very eye-opening for the thoughts that you shared about G20 and the national education policy. It was very useful, sir. We thank you. And from all the aspirants, I thank you for this opportunity, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Now I request the Deputy Secretary University to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, the still frame of future India. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Governor, sir, for initiating the event, a thought-provoking interaction, think to dare with the civil service aspirants. I am sure this interaction with the Honorable Governor would have given you an in-depth understanding of how to crack the civil service examination with utmost confidence, and also the roles and the responsibilities in discharging your duties with meticulous care once you get into the civil services. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the aspirants and faculties, directors of various academies. I thank the print and electronic media friends. I also thank the officials and staff of Raj Bhavan for their support and cooperation in organizing this event. My dear aspirants, be mindful that you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a single drop. I thank everyone for participation. ஆளுநர் மாளிகையின் சார்பாக அனைவருக்கும் எனது நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி.
Ladies and gentlemen, I request you all to raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गादा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Ladies and gentlemen, elaborate arrangements have been made for the lunch at the banquet hall. I request you all.
Please sit. We need to take a photograph with Excellency. Households, this studio, kindly remove it. Shaktiman, LED. Asa, kindly be ready with the. Media persons, you can come on the sides, be ready there.